I always wondered to myself, is there something that helps the entrepreneurs that succeed that they have which other entrepreneurs don't? Is it something they know? Is it how they run their businesses? Is it the people they hire? Is it where they went to school? Is it their socialization, their background, their education, their mental spaces? What is it that makes the entrepreneur succeed? Welcome to my masterclasses, where I share with you everything you need to know about how to become a high-growth, high-scale entrepreneur. I'm joined by guests. We break down the myths, the ideas, the myths, the legends, everything you need to know to become a high-growth entrepreneur. Warning, this is the High Performance Zone.
Bleeding edges were 10 years ahead. You ever had someone saying, hey, I was just too early. It's called a bleeding edge. You were too soon. And someone comes 5 years after you, does the same thing you did, and all of a sudden, standout success. It's like, oh, no, you were too early. Yeah. So don't worry about that question. Here's a thought for you. I don't think you're in the e-commerce business.
Yeah, some we may say that.
What business do you think you're in?
Logistics.
You're in the logistics business, my friend. I don't care how well your app works. If that stock moves from Guyana and can't make it through Bait Bridge, yeah, into Harare, doesn't matter that the person bought online. You are not in the e-commerce business, and it's something for you to think about around how do you separate the platform for the core of the business. You're in the logistics business, so if I was you, I'd worry about how do I build the logistics of my business. How do I build relationships so that I can move goods? Where do I get the import-export licenses? Who are going to be my distributors? And then decide what business are you in. Are you in the business? Jesus, this guy. You're giving me a fucking headache. Look. So are you in the business of procuring the goods? Or are you in the business of creating the marketplace where the sellers of the goods can discover the buyers of the goods?
That's the new strategy.
Well, then that's all you do. But then you've got to be careful about who owns the fulfillment risk. Because you and I know what fulfillment means in tech. A transaction is not done until the goods are delivered.
Yes.
If I buy you a Valentine's gift on Net Florist and it arrives on the 15th, that deal wasn't fulfilled. It needed to arrive on the 14th Valentine. You get it? So then you've got to go, if I'm building a marketplace, who owns the risk of fulfillment? And you've got to make sure that you externalize that risk. You've got to say to the buyer, buy, but we do not secure that the seller is going to deliver. You've got to go to the seller, sell, but we do not guarantee that the buyer is going to buy. What I would do if I was you, I'd create this thing and I'd basically create myself to be a central repository of capital. Here's what you do. It's a thought. You guys know why we have banks in the world? What are banks? There was a time in the world banks didn't exist. God didn't invent banks. Human beings did. Now a bank it's a trusted third party. Before banks, we used to barter. So I came to you and I said, Jid, I really like your shoes. I don't. I said, I'm just kidding. My guy, I really like your shoes. I'm gonna exchange you your shoes for my Fitbit. You'd say, cool, give me the Fitbit. I said, nah, you gotta give me the shoes first. He said, no, I don't know you like that. You give me the Fitbit, I'll give you the shoes. I said, well, I don't know you either, player. You give me the shoes, I'll give you the Fitbit. Somewhere came in a guy who stood here, he called himself a bank. He said, okay, neither of you trust each other. Both of you can trust me. You give me this, you give me this, I'll make sure you get it. That's why every time I pay you via bank. Money from me, through them, to you. It's called a trusted third party. That's what I would do with your business.
That's what we're doing.
That's it. So then I would go, clever, eh? Also they say you're clever. So then I'd go, Mr. Buyer, you're here. What? Sorry. Mr. Seller, you're there. Right? Selling to us. Buy here. When we have guarantor, and you're going to have to satisfy yourself around what are the conditions for you to guarantee that you've got the goods. When we have guaranteed that these goods are real, legitimate, and of the quality you have bought, then we will take your cash and we'll pay it. If these goods are not at the quality you bought, whatever the issue might be, then we'll simply return your money and return the goods. Which means somewhere in the middle here, you're going to have to think about running some sort of factory to keep the goods. And then you're effectively going to become a stock control business. But that, if I was you, that's what I'd do. Trust the third party. Externalize the risk.
And how do you control the growth now? with that kind of business model?
First, implement the business model. That's what you do. Get one customer, test the system, make sure it works. When you have 1,000 customers, then you can ask the question, how do I control the growth? Asking the question, how do I control the growth before having growth is a bit like going, how do I cure the flu when you don't have it? Have it first. Then when you go to the doctor, he's going to say, you have this strain, you need this injection, you need to take this medication.
Yeah, I think that's the next step of our business now where we are at, where we think with the current situation in Zimbabwe right now, we cannot grow as much as we've grown so far.
Yeah.
So that's why we're getting into other countries.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
that's why
that was going to be my final point too, which I would, your business strikes me as an emerging markets business. You operate in the emerging markets, so there are a couple of things you've got to get really good at. You've got to get really good at political uncertainty. You've got to get really good at dealing with corrupt officials, because you just have to. In emerging markets where there's political uncertainty, you're almost bound to find. There you go. They're everywhere, man. Now listen, I can tell you right now, even in our business, we see it. You know, there's a guy who did an interview. I can't remember who he was. It's like some American hedge fund manager, and he said, "What's the difference between developing market corruption and developed market corruption?" Developed market corruption, you have to pay someone to do something they wouldn't do. Developing market, you have to pay someone to do the thing they should be doing. You go to the police station, I must pay you to open a case. I go to the home, I must pay you to give me the document. It's your job. You get paid to do it. Okay. So, and you are going to have to get really good at managing that stuff. The great thing is, if you get good at doing it, it's such a niggly thing to do. People will pay you happily and say, just do it. Okay. That help?
Yeah.
Cool.